This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby. Let's get going here, buddy.
How you feeling, buddy? How was we took an early flight from Austin.
Tough, because I got to bed around 2 after.
Dude, I couldn't fall asleep.
I couldn't either. So it was after Mr. Rogan.
Now, I think it was I'm not a big cigar guy, but when in Rome.
Did you smoke a cigar? I didn't see
Two of them.
Really?
Oh, wow. You don't pay attention to anything,
I didn't.
Huh?
I didn't see you smoke.
The entire show I had a cigar in my
Really?
mouth.
I didn't see that once. That's so weird to me.
Didn't do the show without a cigar.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Wow, I only saw Joe smoking a cigar, but I like cigar smoke. I like the way it smells, but
You're sitting right across from me. You don't pay attention, huh?
That's so weird.
The entire show,
I never saw you once.
Yeah. Oh, nonstop. And at first, Joe was like, I haven't done it probably since high school. And I was like, yeah, they might be cool. Usually me and Joe like the same things.
Tough one.
And he was like, you want a cigar? I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, this thing's great. I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it.
Tasty.
And he saw me running low. He's like, you want another? I'm like, fired up.
I went through a little period when I would smoke cigars, wouldn't drink some red wine.
I loved it.
It'll get you nice and high. Problem is, I get a little nauseous after a while.
It's not for you. There's certain stuff like
if I've eaten a lot,
trucks,
I'm good.
Guns, guy stuff.
No, don't say that.
Cigars.
No, I like trucks and I like
whiskey.
guns. No, I like whiskey. Don't say that.
Chicks.
Although I was drinking sake.
Yeah.
I can
You're just
drink
a little
a-
softer, dude.
No, I'm just. I'm
Drive
my,
a Tesla.
no. My palate is super refined, and I will say this, guys. You're probably noticing something about how martial my head looks and how well it sort of blends in with my rather thick and athletic neck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Your hair's the worst I've ever seen.
No. That's
I'm not even trying to be crappy.
No, Bubba.
When I walked in, I went, "Oh, Bub, we got to fix your hair."
Can I be honest with you? It's because
Did
you're
you
looking
shave?
down.
No, I'm.
If you look here, Bub,
it's thinner right
Bubba,
now.
look right here in my eyes.
It's so bad,
Bub, look.
You have camouflage in your head.
Where's my camera?
It's so bad.
Guys, listen.
Were you in a fire?
No, listen. I got.
No, you know what your hair looks like? You ever seen Home Alone when Vinny?
No.
Joe Pesci.
No, I don't like this.
When his head
I don't like where
sets
this
on
is going.
fire and then it burns.
No. I got Sean Strickland hair. And I did it in homage to Sean. We have it's funny, very funny, because I thought to myself, I could never use Philly Shell, but now I realize
after the fire. See the one where he's cooling off right there? There's Brian's hair. Great reference.
It's amazing how you remember these things.
That's from the 90s.
That's super insulting. Accurate, but
That's your hair,
insulting.
yeah.
Now, here's the thing.
Did you cut it last night?
I did. I shaved my own head. Now, the problem is I screwed up the back because I couldn't see what I was doing. So that I had to go into triage for that. There's some issues with my head,
Just
okay?
you got to do the whole thing.
There's some issues. I don't want to talk about it.
We had a good time in Austin. I went to Comedy Mothership. How good the green room when all the boys talking smack.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz was there. And
Schultze's there.
And all of
Dirk
us.
Poston, Hassan.
Yeah, you
Tripley
forget.
giving out old school stories.
You forget how nourishing to the soul that hang is. That's kind of almost, you can't separate the hang before you do stand-up and after you do stand-up with stand-up. Like when you're at a club like that.
Yeah,
when
so
you have a
fun.
place to go every night or at least 3 nights a week.
It was our chairs.
That was the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And that's gone. That sucked.
And then Rogan was like, I'm just going to do it here.
And did he
cool.
ever? And did he ever?
It was cool.
I felt a little bad about myself all weekend.
Why? Because you're around a billionaire?
It's not that. I'm used to being around people who have more money. I just feel like
Your hair?
I feel like I don't know. I just wish I could start a comedy club somewhere, but then I don't.
That's not for you.
It's not for me.
I don't know why you do this to yourself.
I know.
That's like hanging out.
I just do
That's
stand-up.
like hanging out with Elon Musk. I'm like, God, I want to get to Mars.
I know you're right.
You in a comedy club?
I'm not
Buddy.
good at details, huh?
We got money stolen from us, and you had no clue till I told you. And you want to run a comedy store?
You're right. By the way, let's take a minute to explain.
You want to address that?
I think we should explain what the
Get up for that segue. Come on,
that was
dude. I've been
good.
doing this a long time.
That was
bro.
good.
You just caught it.
Seamless
You just caught up,
segue.
dude.
Seamless segue.
Professional black belt.
I'm gonna tell everybody what.
Well, before you do so we spoke with Coffeezilla, Steven, who I'm a big fan of, and obviously Theo Von announced on his YouTube channel what exactly some of the issues we've been having as far as
What
the
he had.
podcast game goes.
Yeah.
With what he's having, but he also alluded when he kept saying we, it's me and Theo, right? Because when we had King the Sting, so Theo said his piece. And then, then Coffeezilla reached out, and
yes,
because I'm behind the scenes. If you guys been watching the show long enough, I don't like the drama stuff. I don't like I also don't think you guys are very interested in behind the scenes, the numbers. And so I was like,
well, I don't think.
And then once Theo was like, I'm going to do something here. And I was like, do your thing, player. And then he went off and did his thing. That's like, Doors open.
I think what's important is to stick to just the facts. And
with what happened to us.
I don't think it was very relevant to our listenership since the comedy podcast to get into what, like the amount of money we are missing.
I don't think they care.
That was taken from us. So we had been doing our advertising agent was Kast Media.
We've had several before that.
But in the past 4 years or so,
3 to 4 years, probably 4.
More than that, 4 years, a little over 4. Colin Thompson, who owns Kast, was making us money.
Not only so remember, so Brian's gonna explain his side of the story, which relates to me and him. Then remember, I have the Schaub show at the time, King the Sting, which is now the Golden Hour, Cowbass Fight Campaign, food truck. So it's a big array. So as the story goes on, and you guys are familiar with, I'm sure other podcasts said they didn't receive money, and obviously Theo didn't receive money. No one got more screwed over than I did.
Not even close.
Because it crosses a lot of other shows, not just one. Yeah.
And we'll tell you the numbers. So what I find out from my accountant, your accountant, we share the same accountants, was that Fighter and the Kid was owed somewhere around $476,000. Then I find out that Thicccboy Productions overall is owed, and this is the number that was floated from our accountants before they'd done a real investigation, around $1.5, $1.6 million. I don't know if that doesn't seem like a lot of money to you guys. That's a lot of money, and that's not something I can just go whatever. So something's up. What is up? I'm not going to speculate on, but we knew that we were owed this money.
And the way,
I know the way it would work was typically every 3 months we'd get a large chunk of money. And that's kind of how podcasting works.
Podcast is net 90 days.
Yeah. So you do a bunch of reads and then you get a check after 90 days. And that was always the way it was until probably months went by when we were getting what we call our minimum guarantee to keep the lights on, pay our employees.
8 months without those big lump sums.
Yeah, I didn't know that exactly, but it was a long time.
That's why I have a new account.
And after a while, the accountants go, hold on, we're owed. This is really accruing. This is like a tab that's like, you owe some money here.
After 8 months.
What's going on? So at the end of the day, I called Colin, and I'm just going to tell you what the conversation was with Colin. Essentially, I started talking to him, and I stopped him, and I said, Colin, it sounds like you got in over your skis. There was a lull in advertising revenue, and you started using our money. At this point, I thought it was just us. That was for me. You started using our money to pay your payroll. And he said, that's basically what happened. So I said, and then there was talk of him selling his company to Podcast One. And I said, where is that deal? And I heard a couple of things, and I hung up the phone. I called you, and I said, we're not going to see our money, and that sale's not going to go through. It doesn't make any sense. But I just stopped listening.
But I listened to Jocko, and I went, good.
Yeah, the dog. Then we got a dog with a bone
1.6 million? Good.
Yeah. And then we got he took extreme ownership.
1.6? Good.
Yes. So dog with a bone said, oh, hell no. And what I did at that point is I went on vacation.
You did?
I had to go away for 10 days. Where did I go? I can't even remember.
You went to Greece and whatever?
I went to wherever it was.
I didn't get to go on vacation because I was dealing with this.
Yeah, I said, I'm going to take my wife and my kid, and I'm going to go away.
And then you check in every now and then, hey, you get our money?
And I would get texts going, hey, Brian, I'm in the trenches. You enjoy this. Good. But at the end of the day, what you guys have to realize is that Brennan spoke to, and I'll let you speak on this more, Brennan spoke to a number of agencies and the company that gave us the best deal when we were out this money was a company called Podcast One. Podcast One has been the agents of a lot of the people that we know, and they've been very happy with them.
Adam Carolla,
Dr. Drew, etc. They've been in business a long time. From what I can tell, have a very good reputation. And
Prince Harry.
They gave us the best deal, and we went with that because I was not in a position, neither was Brennan, to say, oh, well, we'll just write that off.
Oh, no, we were screwed.
Now, in terms of what Podcast One's deal was with Colin, we don't know. They weren't going to disclose that. But what we did have in the contract was that Colin could have nothing to do with Fighter and the Kid.
Or any of my shows.
Or
that's
any
in the
of your
contract.
shows. And that's in the contract.
Yeah, I met with everybody.
From there, from my perspective, I'm speaking for me, I started to see that this Kast debacle was more systemic and that we weren't the only podcast who had taken these losses. And so now that is an ongoing thing that I will allow people like Coffeezilla to unfold, to look at.
Who we spoke to. We spoke to Coffeezilla on Friday.
They can speculate on that all they want. But let me tell you what happens in situations like that, like this. If something like this happens, you better be very careful about how you speak about it on public platforms. Very careful. And you better stick to just the facts. And I've learned the hard way over the past 12 years to say only what I know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
And to keep my mouth shut about everything else. But going forward, I think right now we're in a good place.
Yeah, one of the reasons I don't talk about it, it's also talking about it doesn't do too much. It might help out the maybe people that can't talk about it. I guess that was Theo's thing behind it.
That's not.
But to me, I go good. To quote Jocko, good. Now you get to work.
Yeah.
It's my issues aren't your guys' issues. I got to figure out to keep these lights on. Otherwise, there's no show.
Yes.
So you call me a bulldog.
We also don't know what other people's issues are.
No.
I don't know the nitty gritty. I don't know anything about that.
I didn't even know how much Theo was owed. I didn't know.
Well, Theo hadn't been with the company, I guess, for about a year.
No, he left another one.
So all I know is
to Theo's credit, though, he called it from day one. He wasn't a fan of Kast from day one.
Okay.
You got that right? Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah. So we got to work.
That's
we landed on our feet. Thanks God.
That's what happened, as far as we are concerned, and I am sure more details will emerge.
Coffeezilla's going to release his. Who knows? But we spoke to Coffeezilla, and then
if he's on the case,
he's Steven's a great dude. And then I met with it. We've been in the business so long. I flew to Texas. I flew everywhere to meet with all these podcast advertisers, speak to them on the phone. Me and my manager Lex. Again, you think I'm a bulldog?
You also fainted from stress.
I got a bigger. Yeah, I did.
Didn't you? I
did.
Didn't you have a fainting spell, or you had to sit down?
I have a bigger bulldog in Lex McMahon behind me, so you got to deal with me and Lex. Good luck.
Lex McMahon is a Marine.
All chest.
Was a Marine. And
All
is
chest.
a Marine, and is, in my opinion, one of the best people on the planet. Like a man who you can depend on, who sticks it out, and they don't make him like Lex.
And he got his vision fixed now, and he can.
My
see?
favorite thing about Lex McMahon. My favorite thing about Lex McMahon.
He couldn't see for years. Brian lent him a car and he crashed it.
Didn't care. Worth it. Here, I'm going to tell you this about Lex McMahon.
I almost died.
Yes, but there's no better man, and man who you can rely on. And all you got to know about Lex is when there was a Category 5 hurricane coming right at his house, and they said to everybody, "You got to get out of here or you're going to die." And Lex said, "Not leaving.
Stocked up
I'm
on
not
beef jerky.
leaving. I'm going to stare this. I'm not going away. This is where I live, and I'm gonna board up the hatches." He was going to be like if Lex was on the Titanic, he would have been plugging holes. This is how Artie Lang described Michael Jordan, and I'm going to describe Lex McMahon that way. And Lex was like, "Not going anywhere. I'm going to face the eye of the hurricane." Thank God it just missed him. It decided the hurricane last minute was like, "We're going to go over here." But I went, "Oh, that's a different dude. That's a guy I could never be." And I'm glad he's in my corner. That's all I have to say. Because when the zombie apocalypse hits, first guy we're calling is Lex McMahon.
Lex, yeah, he was my first call. Yeah, I did have a panic attack. That was a heart attack. Passed out and woke up. All good, baby. I went good. But I got Lex behind me. I got Jan. I got a great team now.
Jan's another one.
I think
Jan's another one. I don't know Jan well.
No.
But Jan is older than everybody in the room, but he'll punch you in the face, and he has less gray hair than everybody
and he's
else.
Smarter than all.
Dressed like a gentleman at all times.
Yeah.
And mind your P's and Q's around
Old
the man,
school.
because he comes in and he's a fixer too. He's you know what he is? He's an old school cleaner. You got a problem?
Oh, I got a squad.
You call Jan, but guess what? You won't see him. He'll just be in and out, and you'll be like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah, I got a squad now. I got to tighten up the team. Honestly, I know I make fun of good, but that's why I was like, all right, I got to figure out good. I'm going to tighten up the team, get rid of the loose people who are a little loosey-goosey with my money and can't count.
Yeah, I have to own the fact that I am probably, along with you, but I think I take the crown. I think I win by a nose hair. I don't manage anything. And
I'm Jeff Bezos.
You could take everything you want.
You're the worst I've ever seen.
You could steal everything from me, and I'd be like, "What?"
I'd be like, "Brian, you got $1 this month." You'd be like, "That's all right, man."
I have a mental block when it comes to money, promotion, and everything, and I haven't gotten over it, and I'm embarrassed. but
I don't when it comes to that, but
sucks.
But I'm just glad it's all over. I'm
fucked
and
up.
good luck to
I have
everybody
problems.
else out
I have to
there.
go to a therapist.
Nah, you'll be all right, man. But yeah, shout out to Coffeezilla. Shout out to podcast. Again, I met with everybody in the business. I've been in the business a long time, so I know everybody for the most part. I reached out to everyone when I was like, all right, we're a free agent for the first time in how many years? And Rob, Kit, and Sue at Podcast One, I was like, this is by far the best team we've met with. By far the best deal. I don't care about any of the other stuff going on. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
That's why I don't even talk about it. It's like nobody cares about your problems, man.
Yeah.
You just move forward.
That's right.
Otherwise, everybody in here, including you, we don't have a job, dude. So I have to get to work, man. And this is the time I tell you I got to cut your salary by 75%.
And so the hustle, and so the hustle begins.
Yeah, hustle begins, my man. I get stressed out. I take nicotine. I did pass out during that crazy time.
Is that what's that called? Buffalo?
Black Buffalo, dude.
Buffalo?
Yep, Black Buffalo.
Hold on, is it made in the U.S.?
You know me. Come on, Daddy. You think I drive a TRX and put China product in my
That's
mouth?
America. That's America right there.
It's as American as it gets.
Is there any tobacco or stems in that? Because I can't deal with the tobacco and stems.
Tobacco free, Daddy.
They got nicotine free and nicotine?
Yeah, bud. And if you know.
Food grade ingredients?
Oh, it's the best.
Food grade ingredients. Edible green leaves?
Dude, so this one's the straight pouches. So I've done tobacco products before, and this has the flavors that you like.
Yeah, but I like peach. If they don't have peach, I
Check,
can't.
they got
but I also
peach.
like blood orange. If they don't have blood orange, then you don't talk to
So
me.
you're talking about did we talk about this? Because those are my favorite.
What? Sometimes I just want straight. Sometimes I don't want flavor. Do they have any flavor? Do they have straight flavor?
Yeah, dude.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I use
okay.
it non-
But you know what? I
nonstop.
always go with the company where I can actually sometimes when I'm feeling feisty and spicy, I like my wintergreen and my mint, and that's the bummer.
Okay, we got that too, dude.
What?
Yeah, Daddy.
What?
Black Buffalo, man.
What?
Dude, you think I drive a Dodge TRX and put some foreign stuff in my mouth?
Bro, you wouldn't put something foreign in your mouth.
Never.
I mean, unless it's
dude.
Vegas and you're super high.
No, even now I look for American.
What?
American.
Got to be American made,
American,
huh?
American man.
Damn, American made. You said
made.
man.
No, made.
Made.
No,
made.
No.
American made.
Yeah, Black Buffalo's
Made.
my thing.
Yeah.
Black Buffalo's my thing, dude.
Pharmaceutical grade nicotine, though, is
Oh.
where I actually draw the line. Is that
You're going to freak out.
okay? All
You're
right,
gonna
Black
freak out.
Buffalo.
Yep.
Good.
B, let's take a little break because football's back and my CU Buffs are ranked number 18. We're going to beat the brakes off CSU this Saturday, and then it's off to at Oregon.
At
You win that Oregon game, that USC game gets pretty fun.
Pretty fun.
And then NFL's here. If you're a Bengals fan, I feel bad for you. They looked atrocious, but it could be a lot worse. You could be a Giants fan. They lost 40-0 against the Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
And then if you're a Chargers fan, even worse. They had a chance to beat Miami, and then unless play on fourth down, they got sacked. So Broncos fans, not fun either. But I'll tell you what is fun, making bank with DraftKings while watching your team lose like I do. Football is back in full swing with another week of epic games. You got Aaron Rodgers versus the Bills on Monday Night Football. You have big matchups on week 2. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet $5 on football and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Nobody's missing out on the action this season. All DraftKings customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every game day this September. Get in on the NFL Week 2 action with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app right now. Use code FIGHTER to sign up. New customers can bet just $5 and take home $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code FIGHTER. The crown is yours. Go Buffs.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLING or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort KS, 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario, ccdkng.com.co/football for eligibility, terms and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply.
DraftKings, promo code FIGHTER. Go Buffs.
Sometimes you get injured and you have
It's
to miss
scary.
work, and the only recourse is a lawsuit. Remember this, when you sue, a lot of times you're suing the insurance company. And that is the reality sometimes. If you're out a lot of money or you can't work for a long time, you get in a car accident or something, But the problem is a lot of people say, how in the world am I going to sue? I mean, I got to get a lawyer. It takes
Well, that's
forever.
go. What do I
So
do?
much
What
money.
if I told you there's Morgan and Morgan? All right, Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 800 lawyers. They've won over $15 billion recovered for over 300,000 clients. Morgan has the proven track record for fighting to get your full and fair
It's
compensation.
also super easy. I've been helping people for 35 years. You're submitting an
It's a few
injury claim.
clips.
Yeah,
Few clicks
with
on
Morgan
your phone.
is incredibly easy. It's like 8 clicks on your phone from your couch. So if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free. It's free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/fighter or dial #law, #529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/fighter or #law, #529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement. All right.
Now that we're 2 days removed from the
Strickland
I
fight?
think the biggest upset in UFC history, best performance in a championship fight I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Strickland? Don't regurgitate what everybody's saying. Give me some
thoughts
original thoughts.
Thoughts on Strickland is that for all
Performance,
well,
everything.
it's. Can I just speak technically?
No, not technically.
I never saw. I thought I'd see a Philly shell utilized.
Be successful?
Yeah, like I never thought I'd see a Philly shell and basically boxing win against
Meat and potatoes.
a high level striker like Adesanya, and I didn't think that seeing somebody who essentially basically plods forward.
And has one quad, bro.
And has
he's
one
missing
quad.
a quad.
Yes. And I think the story there is a couple things. One is seeing a guy who has been quietly sparring. If you look at his body, this is what I love about Strickland. Look at his body. He's a guy who clearly isn't doing the state-of-the-art Drago-like fitness stuff.
That stuff
He's
doesn't
obviously
work.
in great.
Look at Bo Nickel.
There you go.
There's a million. Look at Fedor.
His body comes from FIGHTING. He spars, and I think when you spar that much, you don't get hit as much. You have that radar.
Hold on. What we don't want to advocate is, do what Strickland does. Just spar every day. That's a terrible idea.
Right.
You got to realize what works for Strickland
works for Strickland.
Works for Strickland.
Yeah. But so my thoughts are number one. I can't believe I just saw somebody use the Philly shell. He looked like, if you guys want to see what somebody who does it, Bernard Hopkins. It's a very similar style as Bernard Hopkins, actually. So I saw that, but more importantly, what I fucking loved was him talking about his childhood and saying, let's hear it for childhood trauma. And he took the most negative thing in the world.
That's him joking, dude.
I know he is. No, I'm saying, but he took the most worst.
You're talking about the clip I sent you?
He was obviously abused as a
They're
child.
like, you have anything to say? He's like, yeah, give it for a childhood
But
trauma.
what I'm
Way
saying,
to go, Dad.
What I'm saying
that clip
is that
was sad.
it goes back. I know, but he took the worst thing somebody could go through, childhood trauma like that, abuse, and he's a UFC champion. And it goes back to that thing like where Jocko says, "Good." Now, obviously, childhood. Can you just meet me halfway on this? I'm not saying that childhood trauma and abuse is good. I'm saying when you see
you beat
that,
the odds, is what you're saying.
and I think it gives people who are going through a lot of shit. It gives them. Like, he's an example.
Hope.
He's an example.
Yeah,
of hope.
I think more, this is what I said on the Shop Show, I think one of the reasons why he's so beloved right now, more people can relate to Sean Strickland than they can to LeBron James or Patrick Mahomes.
Of course.
Because, he doesn't run a 4.40. He comes from horrible conditions. He's not the fast guy in the room. He's not the most powerful guy in the room. He's not shredded.
Fighting doesn't care, does it?
Not really, but people can relate to that. And then also, which we talked about as well, is in this world of gimmicks and fake people and AI, he's as authentic as they get. You might not agree with all his opinions, but at least you know that's really him. So we're gravitating towards that.
So I think
that's why he's getting
that's
big.
another huge point is like, I think that Sean is like just always tells the truth. And you know what saw that when the Stephen Bonner thing happened? And he got on, Stephen Bonner, and he got on and he said, you guys are all, talking now. Where were you when he was struggling?
Why don't you help him out?
And when he's not afraid to be unpopular, he just tells it like it is. You and I had this conversation with Rogan about how he's got the biggest podcast in the world, and he probably has the smallest team of anybody on the planet.
Yes.
Like, I think there are 3 people that work for him.
Well, I mean, but as far as like compared
In
to
terms
us,
of like what runs the business, actually.
but as far as the podcast, it's Jamie.
There you go. And
Jamie's first ballot Hall of Famer.
yeah, and you go into you go into that studio. It's the biggest, where the biggest people in the world are. like the movers and shakers of the world.
Elon,
and it's like
you, me,
Elon, Brendan Schaub, Bryan
Elon,
Callen,
you, me,
Sam Tripoli. And you go in there and
Alex
you go,
Jones.
wow, you haven't changed a lick. The part of your success is that you've stuck to what's actually important.
What works.
And
But also
he goes,
what works.
You just tell the truth. He
Yeah.
goes, just tell the truth. Just keep telling the truth.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
kind
small
of
team.
what a weapon. So anyway, yeah. Any more thoughts on Strickland, Adesanya? What does Adesanya do from here? Does he know what?
I don't want to see an immediate rematch. I think Izzy needs some time. I think the fight October 21st, which I think we're doing campaigning for again. I'm
in Boise, Idaho.
Well, you'll miss it, so that's cool. But the Hamzat Paulo Costa fight has more implications now. That's a bigger fight.
Because-
and there's Duplessis as well, but I think if Hamzat starches Paulo Costa, he's going to be next in line. But I think it's good for Izzy to get a rest, let some other people go at it, and then come back. I think it'd be a bigger fight.
Yeah,
And I saw someone posted the odds. Have you, Aaron Brucesetter? I think it's Bronstetter. He said the current odds for Strickland as champ, dude, Izzy's a minus 400 again in the rematch.
Wow.
It's insane. And the only one he's favored over is Cannonier if they fight next. He's an underdog against Duplessis, underdog against Hamzat.
Well, I think we'd all agree that Adesanya has greatness in him, and greatness means that no matter what, he finds a way to win. Like it was like Muhammad Ali. You could beat him the first time, you wouldn't beat him the second time. He'd come back and figure something out. And I think great fighters like Adesanya, that's not a dumb bet. That's a smart bet, just in general. If you look at
Those
what he's
odds
been
are
able to do.
insane. That's them saying. That's basically saying they're saying it's a fluke. That's a minus 450. That's them going.
It was
won't
not
happen again.
It was not a fluke.
No, that was my thing and that's why I'm a little against the rematch because I think Izzy needs rest no matter what. So if you do give him a rematch, do it mid next year. That's fine. But if it's an immediate rematch, like in December, I don't like that, or January, I don't like that. But this wasn't like a Matt Serra GSP where he knocked him out right away, lucky right hand. This is 5 rounds of execution domination.
It was his defense.
I'm good.
His defense not getting, just checking those kicks and just not getting a mark on his face. That's insane.
So we'll see what the UFC does. But again, I think in the world we live in now of this fake stuff and clickbaity headlines that are, you click on the video on YouTube and some, you're like, what happened? You click on it, some, crap. I think, again, I don't agree with everything he says, but Sean Strickland's a breath of fresh air. And I think if the UFC uses that right, he's going to be a massive star.
If you're coaching Khamzat,
Hamzat?
Are you saying to him just
Grapple.
Yeah, just double leg blast doubles. And
No. Hamzat can strike too. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Hamzat fight's tough.
It is?
Yes.
Why?
Hamzat's a savage.
No, I'm saying
it's
saying
a tough fight for Strickland.
Yeah. Because
I'm not saying he can't win,
Yeah.
and I don't agree with the odds, but I'm very high on Hamzat. Hamzat's a tough night in the office.
Just 'cause of his
even
wrestling
for
and
Izzy
his
at his high
striking.
level, everything. Especially at middleweight, not cutting the weight, he's gonna be a problem. And the UFC, I think, wants him to be the next champion, so it's gonna be tough. He's a tough one.
Well, we're gonna see.
coming.
We're gonna see how he does against a big, strong opponent
Paulo
like
Costa.
Paulo Costa.
Now,
right?
if he mops for Paulo Costa, trust me, he's getting next title shot.
Yeah.
Duplessis is out there. They'll probably do Izzy Duplessis, but not as a title. But yeah, Paulo Costa,
So do you think that? So you're saying you don't think Izzy gets an automatic rematch here?
now Dana said he does. I'm saying if I'm Izzy's camp, no.
Okay.
No, wait. Whether they want to give us Duplessis and it's not for the title, or if they do want to give us a rematch, say you need till April of next year.
Why?
Because he's been so active. His heavy lies the crown. He's been so active. You got to promote nonstop. You got a bullseye on your back. He pays attention to social media. Heavy lies the crown. He's been so active, man. He's also lost 2 out of his last 3, right? He's lost 3 out of his last, what is it? Out of 7 fights, he's lost 3. It's a little, it gets tough, man.
It gets
just
the wear
also
and tear.
take a
The wear
break.
and tear.
Yeah, the wear and tear, the weight cutting, the camps. I think coming off the Alex Pereira rematch took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to fight Strickland. Remember, this wasn't supposed to happen.
They tried
They tried to book
for it.
Jan. They tried to book Jan versus Alex Pereira. They tried booking John and Sergey Pavlovich. They tried numerous different fights, and then finally they had to go with Strickland and Izzy. This wasn't supposed to happen. I mean, horrible mistake by Izzy in his camp. So
100%.
I think it's a good time. And also in the business I'm in, it's refreshing. As much as I love Izzy, it's fun. It's something new, it's something to talk about.
Right.
You know, it's great.
Right.
Gives me energy. I can't wait to come to the studio today.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's really exciting. It's really exciting. Does Sean? I wonder. Do you think Sean spends a lot of time dealing with wrestlers who would shoot on him, really good wrestlers and stuff like that?
He spars.
He
So I'm
spars.
sure he spars
Yeah.
everybody. He needs to not change anything.
Nothing.
Do what got you to the dance. And he's not gonna be a guy that changes people get in his ear and, oh man, let's focus just on wrestling now. No. Because the game plan was for him to wrestle in that fight. Even the second round, Nick Sick was like, all right, man, it's optics. Look for the takedown late in the round. And he was like, nope.
This is working for me.
Sean's gonna Sean. Strickland's gonna Strick.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I just was thinking like how Bo Nickel must be chomping at the bit just to get in there in general and just do his wrestling thing, grab guys and just
Yeah,
it's gonna be really interesting.
he's gonna start now that Izzy's out there. It's gonna get interesting with Bo too, because they haven't announced his next fight, right, Chin?
Bo Nichols? Let's see.
Bringing him up slow,
He's the one just foaming. He's like
foaming. He's like,
he's at the
just,
starting line like
if
this.
I grab a hold of you, yeah.
He doesn't want to come back that fast? Willing to wait to 2024?
What happened? Is he taking time off?
Just says not in a rush.
Okay.
Smart. Yeah, I'm with you. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Like, just wait. He'll probably get a good name next, a big name. Just wait. No rush.
Okay. He has an injury?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, nothing. He didn't get touched last fight.
Just taking some time.
He's chilling.
All right.
Smart.
Beast.
Oh, okay.
Beast.
Smart dude, man.
It really does energize the cards now. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for 185 to just see what happens
I'm
now.
excited for a lot of things. I'm excited
Yeah.
for that. Dude, I'll tell you what, I found a nice little community since I got that Dodge, that TRX. There's a lot of Dodge fans out there.
Really?
I got a real community around me now.
You do?
Oh, man. And these boys, we like to mod. Okay?
What does
You
mod
think we're going to
mean?
leave that stock? Modifications.
Oh.
We like to mod. Because that's a Hellcat engine. That thing.
Brandon, hold on.
You know the Limitless pill?
I know,
You just do that, but that's for your car.
Can you not get crazy? Because I'm looking at it. It already looks all tricky.
Well, look, don't say tricky.
Tricked out.
Your car looks tricky.
Looks tricky, dude. Like, what do you need to upgrade it for? Like
That engine has so much potential.
Okay, but you're going to keep the tires because they're big.
Yeah,
Don't do that,
Yeah.
right? Is that
That
sick?
bumper's sick. That
Is
Baja
that
bumper's sick. Yeah.
It's sick.
But it's so easy to get to 1,000 horsepower. And I found a shop up this road in Semi Valley.
But don't.
What are we doing?
You're going to go 1,000 horsepower? How much?
The potential's there.
What kind of horsepower does it have now?
705?
You don't need more than that. You don't need more.
Potential's there.
No, we don't need that though, because that's all you want to hear is the engine. And you have a weird thing. You want to know that it's there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You want to know you got the horses in the stable in case you got to let them out.
Dude, to put 1,000 horses under your hood?
But you don't need
1,000
horses. But then you get a block a gallon, not 4 miles a gallon.
Oh no.
You're not rational, bro.
Oh no.
You ain't rational when it
Nothing
comes
is.
to cars.
I don't tow anything.
I know, but I
don't race anything.
begging
It's just
you.
nice to know.
Is this your number one driver now?
Yeah. I mean, when I get, because the
And you-
kids fit in it.
But
yeah.
you're a sports car guy, but then you like
That's about my
giant,
GT2. But
you like a giant
this thing,
truck.
I've had a lot of cool cars. It's going to be tough to beat that TRX.
Really?
Oh, man, it's good.
The color's a little tricky.
Tan?
Yeah, a little
Sandblast?
tan. Yeah.
You know what it is? You know what the
What?
thing is? It's not for you.
I feel like did they make the car that Brian would
It's
never
the
buy?
anti-Callen car.
If you want a car that Brennan likes, make a car that Brian would never buy.
Yeah, and then Tesla with
But
the
you
Model
just
3 that
called me a
went.
very aggressive
What
word.
screams I suck cock? What car should we make where people get out ass first?
Why are you making me a power bottom? Why? Why? Because I drive an electric car. Are you turning me into a
What
power
kind
bottom?
of car could represent the gay parade in Hollywood this week?
I don't get out of my car ass
Tesla
first.
3, perfect.
I don't get out of my car ass first.
You get out like this. Excuse me.
Why are you?
Oops. Ass first every time. Boink.
I got to drink my.
Little magic mind.
Yeah, I've already had too much coffee, so this is going to send me over the.
This is my
fucking
third.
edge. Now this is going to dilate all my holes.
See, that's that Tesla talk, dude. Me and my boys on the TRX forums don't talk like
They still
that.
have mental clarity.
A lot of
know what I
mental
mean?
clarity.
Yeah, that's what'll happen.
I'm telling you,
my tongue will
I'm
work
one
better.
coffee guy a day. I take these now.
Yeah, I know. I always say that. Drink it with coffee, see what happens.
You know how much coffee I used to take?
I know. It does something. It keeps the caffeine lasting longer or something. I don't know what it does. Try it. That's all I say. Try a Magic Mind with coffee and tell me what you think. Try it without coffee, then try it with coffee. And honestly, tell me how you feel.
And I've been
over
up
the next
since
6 hours.
4.
Yeah.
I was chomping at the bit to jump on those TRX forums to chat with the boys. Cars, man. We're talking trucks, Dad.
Were you?
We're gonna meet up.
We're gonna
We're
what?
gonna meet up. We're gonna meet up.
You fucking nerd.
I'm in. I'm in.
You nerd. You're gonna go meet up somewhere in Malibu. You're gonna be like, "What's up, bro?"
Malibu?
You're gonna be like, "Hey." They're gonna like this.
No, not
Are you Big Wheels 1, 2, 3? Yeah, man, I am. Oh man, have you met Exhaust 743 over there? You met Double Exhaust
Oh, sick
743.
Baja bumper, dude. Are those 37s?
And then-
what kind of Corsa exhaust
And
are
then
you
you're
running?
gonna hear nothing. You're just gonna hear silence. And you're gonna go, is that Brian getting out ass first of his electric car?
No. This is
Beat
what's
it,
gonna happen.
nerd.
What's up? Good to see you, boys. Dude, sweet TRX. Love the new color. And then I'm gonna look at Lex and go, get out the GIMP. And then we open up the bed truck and goes,
Lex is
and Lex
involved?
going, get over here. And then you have a ball in your mouth and you go, fellas.
But with just
you
chaps.
think
with
I just
no-
brought
just
beers?
My butt, just my butt.
You think I just brought beers? That's the least I can do. I'm new to the community. I share my friend.
And so all you see is me in
then
the
you-
trunk, and my ass is just sticking out of the trunk.
Yep. And I go, load them up.
Would it be weird if you looked down and I had a huge boner right now?
What do you do?
Yeah.
It's the kind of party we're doing.
You gearheads are so fucking thirsty. Do your worst.
Ugh.
Yeah. I know. I didn't get a chance to bleach my taint. Sorry, guys.
Nah, it's all good. Little oil.
Little oil. I told you I've never been the same since I saw that in Saudi Arabia, right? When I was a kid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that messed me up.
Guy had his ass out of the trunk of the car, and another guy was
That'd disturb you,
I was
man.
about 13.
Yeah,
My friend Michael goes, "I'm so glad I'm leaving." And I was like,
me too, man.
"Yeah, that was a tough one." We saw it. He looked at us, and we ran away.
That'll change you forever.
Yeah, that was
That'll change you forever.
I was like, because at first you don't know what's going on. First you don't even know.
Yeah,
what you're seeing.
13, you're like,
I was like, "What am I seeing?
those guys wrestling?
What is going on?" I'm seeing an ass out of a. There's a guy in the trunk of a car with his ass hanging out.
Now, was
of
he
the-
tied up or he was?
No, he was
wanted
just-
to do it.
He had his whole body like this in the trunk of the car. I
Like
believe.
brace himself on the back seat.
I guess, and but he was in the trunk, and then his ass was sticking out of the trunk.
but
of the car.
why not just
And
do
the
it?
other guy was standing up, and he was it was in a junkyard. It was in a
Oh,
abandoned
I thought it was
lot.
like in the side of the road.
It was we were in an abandoned lot looking for snakes and scorpions.
Oh, well, you asked
As
for it.
boys do.
Yeah, you asked for it, dude.
And we look over, and there's a guy doing that.
Looking for snakes and scorpions.
And-
and it
and-
balls deep in his buddy's butt.
And I remember I didn't know what was happening. And I remember we both looked over, and then he turned and saw us.
And did he just keep going? I was like, they're kids.
I think.
Did your buddy
I
go,
think
you have
he
any
turned,
snakes?
I think he turned and looked at us with his dong in the air.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
And then
Probably doesn't
we
respect
immediately knew
Americans.
that that's something probably to run from. That's not something to run towards. You run from that. Your instinct takes it over.
Yeah, because they need fresh meat.
Yeah, you learn very quickly as a young boy whether you're straight or not.
Your spidey senses, yeah.
Yeah.
Your buddy went to it.
But even if you're gay, that's a threatening thing
Oh,
with a
for
grown
sure.
man and you're a
Yeah.
kid, and you go, "Oh, that's not something's wrong."
No, you're looking for scorpions, not wiener.
Yeah, we didn't find any scorpions that day or snakes. I think we went home and I remember we got
in silence.
drinks and we just sat quietly.
Yeah, that'll change you as a man.
Scary.
What do you got, Chin?
Alrighty.
Did you guys watch the fight, by the way?
Yeah. Of course.
You guys both watched it?
Yeah.
How fun? We didn't even talk. How fun was Covina together?
Oh, dude. First time in a while, fighter and a kid.
18 years.
And we got up there and did a live podcast, basically. It was
Not
such a
really.
blast.
I did stand up. We had a host. I did stand up. You did stand up. Then came out and did a Q&A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live podcasts are tough.
When's the next time you guys are together? Skankfest?
Yeah. Skankfest, we're going to do a live
We're doing
podcast.
a live Fire and Kid with the Skankfest crew there, and then I don't know if they have us going on together. Hopefully they do.
Maybe. And
They organize the
doing stand-up.
schedules.
How long are those sets? Like 10 minutes?
45 minutes.
Each?
No, I'm just kidding. Usually 10, 15 minutes. You imagine 3 sets of 45 minutes a night?
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Like, how much are they paying us? It's gonna be fun though.
It'll be fun. See the boys, Big J and Lewis.
Yeah, Big J, Lewis, Dan Soder,
Dan.
Dave Smith, who's my messiah.
Smart guy.
Love Dave. I just regurgitate whatever he says.
Dave's a smart guy.
Yeah. All right, what do you got, Chin?
All right, first one
Shit,
is...
Chin should come out. You'd be a fan favorite out there.
What is it?
What is it?
It's the end of the
Skankfest?
month, September 29th.
The big comedy festival?
September 29th. In Vegas, that'd be dope, yeah.
And they're doing like old school. I think it's like Fremont Street, right? The old school Vegas.
Oh, that's sick. I remember, yeah, Jelly Roll performed, I think, for one of them at that place. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Jelly Roll texted me today. He's or on Saturday, Saturday. He goes, Bubba, I'm coming to LA. I said, sweet, man. He goes, want to meet up? Let's do a pod together. I'm like, sounds good. He goes, cool, man. I'm super close. I'm in Bakersfield. I was like, oh, dude, that's like 2 hours away. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm not going to make it. I'm like, yeah, dude, 2 hours? There's no way.
Bakersfield.
But we did book a very special guest. I don't like saying the guest's name till they come on because then it's a letdown, but I'll tell you after. You'll be excited.
Really?
You'll be excited.
For Fighter and Kid.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, so this is more for Brendan. So I guess this psychologist kind of figured out why people like to watch true crime stuff.
Kind of car
especially
does
when
he
they go...
drive?
What?
What kind of car does he drive?
It's a she. It's a she.
Can
And then-
I guess what it is?
Sure.
They like to watch it because it arms them with information and they can be ready for something if it happens to you.
Nope. We're close enough.
I'm not a
No, it's a very simple thing. They say that right here. It's because watching stressful, sinister stuff like that is more relaxing to them because they have some sort of inner trauma that they don't want to deal with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Brendan?
Makes sense.
Brendan?
All right.
Unsolved trauma.
Fake
Yeah.
news.
And find watching stressful and sinister shows more relaxing than properly working through.
Yep,
So
they don't
that
wanna
would
go-
be like if you're a hyperactive kid and they give you Ritalin, which was basically Adderall, I guess your body will compensate for it and calm you down. So
Yeah.
it's like the same thing.
I
So,
guess.
so if you stress the body even more, the body will then
Yeah,
kick off.
if I don't have something like true crime to watch, like a documentary on serial killers, last night I watched this documentary. Oh, I forget the name of it. But when I was saying, I'm like, Brian could never watch. You would be talking the whole time. You'd hate it because if you don't believe it, it's gonna be the worst thing. But it's these two paranormal people. They've started since they were like 6 years old, and they have a museum, a traveling museum. They're like one of the most famous traveling paranormal museums, and they get sent stuff to him all the time. And he's like, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, it's nothing. We don't see anything. He goes, then we got this on Reddit. They have a paranormal thread on there. This guy was like, hey, my buddy found this thing in the woods. It was on like this Ukrainian property, like a large Ukrainian property. He found it. He did the thing you're never supposed to do is touch it and take it home, takes it home. This guy doesn't believe in ghosts in any facet. So this is why it's scary to me because this guy's like you. He's like, bullshit. Takes it home. All this stuff starts to happen to him. He's like, what do we do? Please help us. The guy's like, yeah, send to us. We'll check it out. And he's thinking, him and his wife are like, send me some bullshit. They get it and they have it sitting there. And then the strange stuff starts happening to them. And he's like, what the hell's going on here? So they set up cameras they left in their office, set up cameras, and it shows the thing move. And he's like, what the fuck? And then this other stuff starts to happen. Long story short, they found out that it's this, and the whole kind of agenda of the documentary, everyone has, an agenda, was that just because it's haunted, it doesn't mean it's evil. Like this thing was in the middle. Like it was some sort of Ukrainian or I forget what kind of god it was, but it was like stuck in there and they had to release it.
Wow.
It was 2 hours, and which makes it an hour and 45 minutes too long. But the 15 minutes, you could have wrapped that in 15 minutes, but it was
That's
worth
most
a
books.
watch.
That's most books. Most books you read, you're like, oh, this could have been.
Well, they
30
gave it away
pages.
in the first 15 minutes. And I was like, okay. And
You know that with most books, like the argument that the thing you need from the book is
intro?
about 25 pages.
The forward?
And then what happens is your publisher goes, you can't release a 20-page book and charge $25 for it, $29.
We gotta fill this up.
You got to fill it
300
up with
pages.
examples, so you make it longer, so then you get a 300, 400-page book. But
yeah, it was interesting. But the point is I didn't have anything dark to watch last night, so I randomly searched Apple, found that documentary, and then I fell asleep to Ghost Adventures. Sometimes I'll fall asleep. I've fallen asleep to the Jeffrey Dahmer doc, I don't know, 40 times.
Well, you definitely seem like you have some sort of inner issues you haven't worked out yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah, especially if,
Where's the list start?
This
Where's
doctor
the
doesn't
list
drive a
start?
TRX. It's all right.
Hey, Brendan's starting to talk about some of that stuff on stage.
Yeah.
Working
Good.
out some
Yep.
stuff in the
Some
stand-up.
dark bits.
It's good though.
yep, let it out. So Kim Jong-un is apparently on a train right now, which is like an incredibly heavy train that's bulletproof, and it only goes 37 miles per hour.
It's so heavy.
Yeah, heading to meet up with Putin apparently and talk about an arms deal. That's what I'm hearing.
Interesting.
And it's a green train.
Damn, that thing looks sick.
That's a cool.
It's the TRX of trains.
So it says it covers 683 miles in about 20 hours.
Oh, it's so slow.
Yeah, and then here's some pictures of it inside.
Oh, I bet the inside's lit, dude.
Or is it, right? There's the president of China, Xi.
I bet it. No, I'm saying
Jong-un.
I bet the interior, like this, because he knows it only goes 30. They're like, hey man, it goes 37 miles an hour. He's like, okay, cool. I need PlayStation 5 on there. I need 80-inch screen TVs. I need to get my little wiener sucked.
You know,
It looks
has
pretty
Kim,
bad, though.
You know, who has Kim Jong Un's haircut?
Schultz.
Andrew Schultz.
That's not original. Kim Jong Un been doing it for, and his daddy had it before him.
That's a wild haircut.
Yeah, that's cool.
Keeps it tight around the ears, high and tight. Kim Jong Un is not winning any beauty contests.
I don't think he cares.
No,
No, he's the king. He's a king. That's his sister there, or that's his assistant? I don't know.
that I don't know. I think this is his wife though.
That's so crazy. That is his wife?
I believe- That's his father in the train way back.
Oh, so it's the same train. They updated
Yeah.
it. It has red leather now.
Pink.
Yeah, there's a.
Pink.
Well, it looks like pink, right?
I bet you that train's pretty cool. You guys ever been on a legit train? They're
Yeah.
sweet.
They're nice.
Yeah, especially in Europe, way cooler.
Don't seem to be any windows.
I don't know. This train looks terrible.
That lighting looks.
But I mean,
awful.
it's bulletproof, so you got to have,
Yeah.
You
Sure,
don't
it's
want people looking
bomb-proof,
in.
bulletproof. He's just trying to get there. Slow as a snail. but
Yep.
You get there.
Lost snail. It looks terrible.
I just saw this pop up that Jerry Seinfeld has a $100 million car collection. And because of his royalties from Seinfeld, which ended in the 90s, he still gets 60
yeah.
to 80 million a year.
And then, you know, Spike, his boy Spike, who they started Malibu, the coffee club, which is gone now. I think they're bringing it back. His boy Spike, who's a writer on Seinfeld, is like super car guy. So Jerry Seinfeld, like, you know, Jay Leno knows cars and stuff like that, but Seinfeld definitely knows cars. But him and his boy Spike, and they have another guy, they have a bunker. I think it's in Baldwin Hills, and they have all their cars there. But they'll like, this get due to drive for this month, the other guy drive for that month, and like share all these crazy, crazy cars.
Nice.
It'd be so dope, man. It'd be so dope.
First, is that him?
Yeah, that's Spike.
Oh, yeah, he's in a car right
Yeah,
there.
he's a big pod. But yeah, he's a super car guy. And Jerry Seinfeld is Porsche, like super Porsche man. So is Spike.
Really?
Oh, Porsche all day.
Great cars.
Yeah, they have
That's
some
an old
super
school,
exclusive
yeah.
Porsche. That's at the Malibu farm right
Oh.
there.
Sweet.
Maybe not, because he has a scarf on. You wouldn't wear a scarf in Malibu.
Yeah, he would. It's
I
cold
mean,
enough.
in winter.
No,
That
that says
probably is, Bob. I think I know exactly where that is, actually.
it looks like it, but
I think that is in Malibu.
Yoga Smoga. Do you remember
that's-
that?
there's no Yoga Smoga out there.
I think
though.
that's off of Cross Creek. That's in that area, and that's.
I don't
and the
think
Starbucks
so.
is right next door.
No,
to
you
that.
wouldn't.
Oh, but
no.
this credit is from fameflynet.uk.
Yeah,
so
I'm
maybe
telling
that's.
you, B.
I don't know.
okay.
You'd be an asshole to dress like that in Malibu. But then also, there's no yoga studio on that strip.
No Yoga
No.
Smoga.
I'm there all. I take my kiddos there.
Got it. Malibu.
Yeah, that's not it.
No, it is.
Okay.
It's Yoga Smoga Malibu. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Malibu.
I was right. Yoga Smoga.
Oh wow, they're just dressed like assholes.
No, it's cold. In
It's
certain times-
not
Certain times of the year.
a scarf.
Yeah.
You know how cold it'd have
Your
to be for
windows
me to
open
wear
when you're driving. It goes well with your
It's a
Porsche.
convertible. I get it.
You know what I
Flapping in
mean?
the sun.
Yeah.
You know how cold it has to get for me to wear a scarf.
It's been cold in Malibu at times when that wind blows. You can be
no, dude.
40
That's
degrees,
how spoiled we are.
35
That's how spoiled we are.
35 degrees out.
No way, dude.
I've been in
Never
ice.
35.
It's been
man.
icy.
Never. All right, what do you
gets
got,
cold.
Chin?
All right. You said what, Georgie?
I said I haven't worn a scarf since I was like 5.
Oh,
Just a little
Scarf's a
kid.
tough move.
It's tough.
You gotta.
Scarf is giving off some weird vibes.
Unless mommy wraps it around you, then.
The only guy I've seen pull off a scarf well is Frank Grillo.
Oh, me too. He wore one here.
Yeah, he can pull
in
it
the
off.
summer.
Yeah,
Just the scarf.
That
What about
motherfucker-
Couture? Randy
that
Couture.
motherfucker, he can,
Oh yeah, Randy wears a scarf too.
If you're Randy
you got to be
Couture,
a tough
Randy
SOB.
Couture, he could pull off a dress. If you're that macho and you look that good.
Oh, if Randy walked
you're
in
that
dressed in
manly.
hair, I wouldn't even allude to it.
Yeah.
Like, so what have you been up to?
Yeah, look at him. He looks awesome.
Yeah, scarves do look sweet.
Yeah, I mean, he's a stud.
Well, when
He's a handsome dude.
When LA became North Korea, we had to wear masks all the time. Remember, I used to wear the bandana. I used to turn around. I look cute, man. I look cute.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd wear the scarf, the bandana. Like I felt like a Hell's Angel a little bit. I'd just turn it around so the little ears would stick
There you
out. It's
go.
tie dye.
There you go.
Cute,
Kind of
man.
like a that you wear on your bike.
Yeah.
You never got into motorcycles.
Too dangerous.
Yeah.
If I didn't have kids, I'd probably be driving one right now.
Really?
Oh yeah. I'm like Vince Diesel now, dude. I live my life.
Diesel.
Vince Diesel.
It's his brother. Oh no! Oh, you thought I was talking about
Oh,
Vin
his
Diesel?
brother.
No,
His brother Vince.
Vincent Diesel. That's
Yeah.
his full name. Vincent
No,
Diesel.
well, you call him Vince.
Says I live my life 1/4 mile.
Well,
at a time.
I've seen you. You go Vince, and he's like, Brendan, I hate when you do that. And you're like, what do you?
Vin.
When you go, what are you gonna do about a tough guy? And he goes, yeah, not messing around with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call him Vince.
Yeah.
That's his
So
nickname.
Vincent Diesel.
That is his real name, though. It's
Yeah,
like Mark
yeah.
Vincent or something
yeah.
like that.
I call him by his first name, dude.
Good save. Good save. Good save.
No, I knew that.
This is a Justin Gaethje. He had to wear a dress hanging out with his friends because of fantasy football.
Because he lost fantasy football last year.
Look how thick his neck is. He is not an attractive woman.
He's all dead serious.
That's
He had to wear a dress. Oh yeah, because
hilarious.
fantasy
I
football.
bet it's comfortable. That looks refreshing.
A dress.
Yeah.
Start wearing one.
I'm a little too angular, but he looks.
Thin enough though.
He punches people in the face. Yeah, it might look a little too good on me. He looks.
That's your problem.
Yeah, he looks all trapped out there. He's good.
That wind picks up, shows that apple bottom
Yeah. Ooh.
on a Malibu summer day.
We're gonna be looking for
Some
snakes
cold
and
iced
scorpions.
tea, a little lemonade.
Oh, stop it.
What else you got, Chin?
Tangy in my
All right. Nina Agdahl, who's obviously Logan Paul's fiance, I guess she got a restraining order against Dylan Dennis from posting some like really explicit
Yeah.
images of her from way back, I guess from like 10 years ago.
he
But she
doing
actually
that?
got a restraining order. It went through.
Yeah, that could get dicey for him, man.
Yeah, it's just not cool.
Yeah, I think there's other ways to promote it, but he did his job. If he wanted attention, and that's why he signed to fight Dylan Dennis. He did his job.
So
He didn't say how he was going to do it, Logan, but he's doing his job.
yeah, but is he going to fight Logan?
Yeah, he's going to fight.
Hopefully.
So
They did a face-off.
was he
Logan
posting?
won that
he was
one.
posting X-rated photos of her.
I don't know if they're
It said he was
X-rated.
slut shaming. Then they had a video going around. It turns out the woman in the picture is not her. Apparently, I guess.
Or could be doctored. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't see any
never
pictures,
got
though.
the picture. But when you think about KSI and Tommy Fury, nobody's talking about that. The only reason that anybody's talking about this fight is Dylan Dennis. Say what you want about him. I don't agree with what he did, but if you wanted views, Dylan bring the view.
How is KSI's boxing? Better than Jake Paul's? As good?
No,
Okay.
not even close.
So he's going to fight Tommy Fury though.
That's a terrible fight for KSI. Yeah, terrible.
I heard Dylan's like his social media, like he was gaining like 600,000 in a day when he was doing that posts, and then like millions and
Dude, he
millions.
posted a
and millions of
video
views.
today. I saw 9 million views
It's insane, yeah.
on Twitter.
So I mean that's the biggest promotion you could possibly do. Then
Again, you
sucks, but-
you wanted guys to bring clicks. He went, okay, how are you gonna do it? Don't worry about it.
That's yeah.
It's-
I guess if you're both playing that game,
Again, you play that game, man. These younger kids, nothing's off rules.
because we'll watch. Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
won't, but younger people will.
yeah, oh yeah.
all right. So your boy Deion Sanders, his bodyguard, I guess he went viral for his T-shirt.
I love
It
this.
said,
Well, I
"Fuck
told
around
remember I
and
told
find
Rogan's
out."
security guards. I said, you guys need the shirt that Dion's security has says "fuck around, find out."
And there's a little image of a person like having fucking the A
That's
on
a
the around.
great T-shirt.
Isn't that great?
Eddie Gallagher. That's who that is, man.
Oh, really?
Eddie Gallagher.
Yeah, the SEAL who got all crazy busted, and then they were able to break him out. Like that's his saying, FAFO, find around, fuck out. You know, there's a whole line.
Fuck around, find.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he basically he beat the Navy because he was this guy who got busted in Iraq, but it was fraudulent charges and bullshit. And
Is this the is
So
that the
Eddie,
script from the Terminal?
Eddie Gallagher was initially arrested on quote unquote war crimes,
Right.
and some of his teammates
When we were at war.
Yes, made some stories.
I remember this
Told some
guy.
stories about him shooting at one point an old man, a young girl, and then when they were put on the stand, the entire testimony fell apart because nobody had actually seen anything. Apparently,
He was a badass leader.
Yes.
Right? And he kicked butt when he had to.
yeah, and he was. And I listened to the interview that Andy Stump did with him. Andy Stump being a fellow SEAL. It was very interesting because if you actually hear it and you hear what the government came to with their evidence, it all fell apart, and all of it, nothing stood. And so he was kept in jail for about 9 months,
That's
and for the most
terrible.
part, not allowed to speak to anybody.
That's terrible.
Well, it's what they do, but at the end of the day, he was exonerated fully and completely.
Good.
So
We'll fuck around and find out, man.
yeah, but I actually knew one of the guys in his team. And he would say about Eddie, he said, look, I never saw anything like that. He was a hell of a SEAL, but he was also the kind of guy that they'd be out there and they'd be like, well, we got to be up in 4 hours. And Eddie would go and work out. He's like, I don't know how the fuck he does
Yeah,
it. But
those are
Again, Brian, it's fucking war, bro.
Yeah, man.
You want monsters. You
Yeah.
don't want pussies.
Yeah, and then people get mad when these guys, do this shit.
Yep.
You know?
Lex, you were in Afghanistan.
Somalia.
You were in Somalia. Yep.
I'm going to Iraq, though, early next year.
Are you?
Yeah.
I gotta-
training the troops MMA.
Ooh.
Gnarly.
By the way, I'll just be doing work from Iraq on a cell phone.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, he's still gonna
Yeah.
work with
Lex,
me.
Lex
man.
is always available.
Oh yeah.
That's
What
wild.
else you got, Jim?
This was
That's-
the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Play this.
Okay,
This
it
was-
is kind of anticlimactic.
What not to
though.
do with a bear? What not to do with a bear? Dumb over here, showing off for his friends.
Come on, Mike. Come on.
Oh, you don't dress like
This
that.
is not a dog, bro.
That's the starter kit for dumbass.
Look at how close he is. Look how close he is to that bear. So dumb. Give that bear some fucking.
This guy thinks he's like a dog.
Yeah,
He's treating it like it.
this is exactly how you get fucked up.
Mike's about to die.
That bear could just make one decision and you're fucked.
That bear's trying to decide like, this guy's fucking around. He needs to find out.
Get your hand away, dude.
That son of a bitch. He died.
Did he tear him up bad?
Could have.
Not terrible.
Scratched him up.
The blood starts to seep
That guy's
out.
so lucky. That was so dumb.
I have that on video.
You know what? That guy's a hero for 30 seconds. That's not bad.
I know he could have died.
Pretty bad.
That's not bad.
Leave the bear alone. Give the bear room.
Nah, let him do his thing, man. Like, that guy shouldn't be allowed to vote.
I agree with you.
Like, the government should look at that video and go, nah, man. Nah, you don't get to
Unfortunately,
elect
you had
who our
to lose your-
president is.
yes.
And Georgie?
This is a social media influencer named Charleston White. He's known for just
He's a
causing
wild boy.
Yeah, wild boy.
And he's going to do a boxing match.
He also
And
has one eye.
They're doing the face off here, and he just pepper sprays doing the face. The funniest is the ring card girls are like, oh my God, watch. Watch this. Boom. Look at the ring card girls. Did you know how it goes everywhere? Look, once it starts getting there, like,
No.
That's really weird.
yeah, that's
That is
stuff you
just
shouldn't fill
not
your brain
good.
with.
White
Yeah.
pepper sprayed his eyes.
You ever been pepper sprayed?
Yes.
Oh, it's bad.
Yes.
Ooh, it's bad.
I fucking helped a woman who got pepper sprayed.
Oh, that's right,
And then
in
it got
Venice.
in my eyes.
You know how I got pepper sprayed? We're at my grandpa's house. I was like 5 or 6 years old. I was at my grandpa's house, and my dad was going through his stuff in his garage when he passed away. My dad's like, oh, look, pepper spray. He's like, I don't think it works. And I'm shaking it, and there's a wind. But I was behind him like, what is happening right now? My dad's like, let's see if it works. And the wind went, cool story.
That's a great
boom,
time.
right in my eyes.
My
I
daughter,
was like 6.
when she was 9.
I went like this. I looked at my dad and went, good.
Remember that conversation earlier about who hurt you, Brendan?
Yeah.
Now we're starting
There
to
you
get a
go.
clear picture.
Yep.
Peter Schaub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hurting you big time.
Pepper spray in the eyes.
When I was, when my daughter was,
Good.
I think probably 6 or 7, actually, she found the pepper spray I gave to my wife at the time. I had her keep it, and she fucking sprayed it in her face by accident.
Not allowed to vote.
It was very bad. But both, she's only 6.
Doesn't matter.
No, voting rights
No,
revoked.
for life.
Yeah, it was a bad situation.
Yeah.
We had to run her.
Pepper
eyes
spray
into
is
the water.
no punk, dude.
Well,
Aren't you supposed to put milk in your eyes?
Better than mace. Dov Davidoff had this guy came out his window, tried to pull him out of a car, and Dov was like, "I'm from New York." Just dressed him down. Yeah.
It really, dude. There's not
was
much.
like,
The toughest guys in the world, unless they're ready for it. There's not much you can do.
UFC. Somebody gets a high poke. First thing they do is they go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you mess with the eyes. I don't care how muscular you are. Your eyes, you can't put muscle around your eyes.
But your girl gonna be like, "You're so brave." If you're like, "What do you want to do?"
Oh man, I told you that guy was amazing. This
Yeah.
guy was. They were using the N word, and he was this tall, handsome black guy. And the guy goes, "What the fuck did you say?" Comes in his face just like that, and without like so lazy, he just went, nah, nah. And the girl goes, "You motherfucker!" And she was the one who dropped the net. When she comes in his face, he goes, "Nah, nah, nah." And I get there, and he looks at her and goes, "Put milk in your eyes; it'll help you." It gets in his car. I go, "What happened?" He goes, "Just people clowning, fucking idiots." I go, "But the
Drives
cops,"
off.
because I know all the cops here.
And they're gonna be fine. It's not like it ruins your eyesight.
That one dude who did it sobered up right quick, crawled over into a doorway, into a foyer of a doorway, and was like, "Bah, bah," and the girl,
you
and then
got snot.
I was trying to help the girl. I go, "Give me some water." I'm grabbing water, and then it just got in my eyes. I was fucked.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that can happen if you get pepper sprayed like that or mace? You can't lose your eyesight, right? Like it goes away.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck for a few days, but it goes away.
It can.
Can you lose vision?
I think if you're super drunk and you don't help,
Watch it out, like if it stays in.
Probably.
According to the
not
Journal
harmful.
Investigative, exposure to OC is not harmful, and there is no evidence saying pepper spray causes long-term vision problems.
Repeated exposure can trigger changes in corneal sensitivity. Sure, if you're constantly getting sprayed.
I mean, who's like, "Oh man, the 10th time this year"?
Yeah, air can hurt your eyes then.
Yeah, who gets it more than once a lifetime?
Now, mace is a different thing. That's a chemical.
Is mace different?
Yeah. Mace is what the police use for major riots. Well, that's tear gas, but mace is a motherfucker.
Let's look at
Mace.
It still goes to pepper spray though.
Are you sure they're different?
See if mace is.
Type in is difference between mace and pepper spray. There it is.
Oh,
Traditional chemical in mace is classified as a
Yeah, traditional chemical mace is classified.
tear
as
gas.
irritant.
Pepper spray is classified as an
Yeah.
inflammatory agent. Sounds similar.
They both suck. Was found to be very toxic. Yeah, the original mace formula.
They both suck.
Yeah.
What else you got, Jen?
alrighty.
Oh, it's pepper spray works. Is more effective on people under the influence.
Interesting.
And
you ever
less
seen-
likely to cause
Because sometimes
toxic
tasers don't work on big people.
Oh yeah.
Or if they're all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's
By Mountain Dew, I mean meth.
yeah, that's
It doesn't work on you.
PCP.
Oh, yeah.
They have there is actual videotaped evidence of people getting shot multiple times
Keep going?
at close range,
Like a zombie?
when they're on PCP. Yeah, and just being like fuck, and just coming at you. Now you want to get a headshot, and that'll put them out, right?
No, you need mace.
You're right.
They can't see.
Right there. That's where you want.
What else you got, Jen?
You know those hand ones, the taser guns, like this?
Yeah,
They go prrr, yeah. Those we tried it on each other, me and my friends.
Hell yeah.
Some people were like, but me, they just kept going, nothing.
I have a friend who used to. Well, I had friends who used to, they'd cup check you and stuff, and then they got a hold of one of those things, and they would come up to people and go, "Damn!" And they're like,
That's
"Fuck."
not cool.
That's jacked
Not
up.
people, but I mean each other. They'd fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
It's a good time.
God.
It's fun. I was like,
Were your friends Hell's Angels?
pretty close.
This is just a video of an orca.
Oh man, that's a
Oh, with a big dick.
Giant dick.
what a dick.
Wow.
And this is on Nature is Metal.
Boner Central. Don't they have the biggest wieners on the planet?
He's got a piece on him.
No, I'm telling you that. I'm pretty sure killer whales or orcas have the biggest wieners on the planet.
Hard to argue with.
Yeah, name a bigger one you've seen.
I'm gonna say blue whale, but
No, I don't think so, man. I think killer whales. Cause they're-
well,
There you go, Brian.
yeah,
Of course, Brian would know.
I was right.
well, hold on. An erect blue whale penis is 12 inches
in
long.
diameter.
Oh, 10 feet high? Whoa.
12 inches around.
Whoa. That is a unit.
That's a unit. That's a.
Oh
big
my
old-
God.
That's a big old.
Man, that thing must be fun.
Oh, there.
I bet we've never seen one of those.
No, that's not
Oh,
it.
there it is.
They don't have any. Oh, that thing's floppy.
That's a huge dong.
Do you think that's how people thought like monsters were real back in the day? They'd see a big whale wiener pop out of
Well,
the
they're
water.
probably like, look at this whale has an antenna. It has a tentacle, you know?
Yeah.
Boy, that is. Hell yeah,
A
dude.
stuffed whale penis for
Dude, we should get for the studio.
$1,000.
Rogan should get that for his. He has all those cool artifacts.
should.
6 G's, though. That's an expensive wee-wee.
big whale dick.
You know how sick that would be on just over the TFATK sign?
If there's anything to buy for Rogan, that would be it.
Yeah.
Get him a stuffed whale dick.
Yeah. That's the one thing he doesn't have.
It's the one thing.
But the problem with that is if we put it above the sign, people are like, why do you have that big carrot? Was that the biggest carrot in the world and you framed it?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
That's a
it's
whale
cock.
wiener. Yeah.
It's cock.
That's an ocean cock.
Yep. That's an ocean cock. That's a water cock. We call that a water
Watercock.
Yeah.
We call it aqua dick.
Aqua dick.
Aqua dick. What else you got, Jim?
Aqua cock. The Biden administration,
Oh God.
according to an appellate court in New Orleans, said that you guys were suppressing free speech when it came to COVID, and people were being censored. You were forcing companies like Facebook to take down
And YouTube.
Take down any information that even hinted at the origins of COVID, like the lab leak theory, and at hard, actual, actionable science, like Bhattacharya and all
So what's
these
going to
different
happen with
people.
that?
Well, what happens with that is now you're open to a lawsuit. And now, hopefully,
open the books?
future administrations have to delineate between what's actual criminal activity and Americans expressing their opinions.
Is YouTube going to take notes? Because they're coming for them next.
When it is a federal court, when it's brought to appeal on a federal level, yes, you better listen.
I hope
You're
so.
going to be in some trouble.
That would really help
Yeah.
everybody out,
Yep. So
especially comics, man.
that's today.
Well, good, man.
Yeah.
Is that it, Chin?
That's it.
All right. I am in Spokane, Washington, baby. That is September 21st through the 23rd. I can't wait. One of my faves. Spokane Comedy Club. And then Skankfest with my friend here. We're doing a live Fire and the Kid with the Skankfest crew on the 29th. That's Friday at 8, I think. And then me and Callen will be doing spots all over. Then I'm in Iowa, October 13th through the 14th. Go Hawkeyes. Niagara Falls, that's a casino, November 4th through the 5th. Chicago's December 8th and 9th. Get your tickets at thickboy.com. But Spokane, you're up first, September 21st, 23rd.
Daddy's at the Funny Bone Omaha this weekend, September 15 and 16. And then I'll be at the Comedy Zone, Greensboro, North Carolina, October 6th and 7th. Let's go.
All right, kids. Love you.